Say no.
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 Yeah, definitely no.
I think really we've got to a point now where Heathrow is at saturation point, not only from a pollution point of view, but the traffic congestion and of course the noise. And now that we can have planes taking off at less than 45 seconds or whatever, it's just getting a bit too much. And I think it would be far more appropriate to have additional space for aircraft or taking off, etc., to go to somewhere near the Essex coast. I think it would be far better.
It ruins the quality of people's lives, and people who want this expansion, I don't think they can live underneath the flight path, because if they did, they would feel very differently.
I'm opposing the expansion along with, I think, probably literally millions of other people on a number of different grounds. For me personally, as a resident, it's got to be about noise pollution, environmental pollution, the erosion of the quality of life for people in the borough. And my day job is a campaigner, and I work with organisations that are campaigning on climate change. How Gordon Brown can speak to climate change and the need to mitigate climate change, and at the same time be part of a government that is endorsing the expansion of Heathrow and flying in the face of all MPs. I believe all MPs for the various boroughs that are affected are saying no. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in those affected boroughs are saying no. It's absolutely beyond me. So I'd ask the question, where's democracy?
I think the quality of life is severely impaired. Early mornings, it's supposed to be no noise at night, but we get disturbed at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Unbelievable. They can't want more.
I live in Heston West, and I live right underneath the flight path, and especially in summer when you want to have your windows open and the planes go on till 11 o'clock at night and they start again at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's no fun whatsoever.
Well, clearly the kind of environmental pollution which expansion of Heathrow is going to involve will have serious health implications for children, old people and other inhabitants of this area. It's a disaster.
Well, the conditions are already intolerable at the level everything is now, and with the proposed extension, life will just be appalling.
Well, there are many, many reasons. First of all, it's been expanding all this time. Every time it expands, we hear it's the last expansion, and then it happens again 6 months later. And I think it is time that it definitely stopped. It's too big already. Any bigger would kill the whole of West London. I'm very worried about the implications for global warming of the amount of fuel these planes use. Most of it totally unnecessary. You can get to Paris in half the time if you go by train. I'm worried about the air pollution. The noise is getting unbearable even around my way, which is supposed to be outside the area affected by noise. I think that the recent ANESI report made it quite clear that their estimates of who's affected by noise were completely wrong. There's far more people affected by it than they make out. Generally, enough is enough, and this is too much.
I'm a resident, local resident. I live under the flight path, and no way we can tolerate any more noise coming from the aircraft. And any expansion like runway 3 and the associated building with it, definitely no. The other thing is the runway alteration is a must. We must keep that on. We don't get any relief if the planes are landing all day long. So the runway alteration is a must. Mixed mode, no. Thank you.
Quality of life's important, but you also have to think longer term if you want to expand capacity at airports, and that isn't expanding in urban zones, it's looking further afield. because I oppose expansion of airport capacity in general. I think the government is completely wrong to be supporting airport expansion when all the environmental arguments make it absolutely clear that this is unsustainable. And the worst possible place to expand an airport is in a densely populated area like Heathrow. So that's why I say no.